Hello, heroes, and welcome to Kvell. I'm Jamar, the spiritual director here at Kvell, and I'm excited to have a chat with you once again. Today we're going to explore the evolution of mind, body, and spirit, awakening your healer. Is that an exciting topic for you? It's a natural part of our evolution. We come into this and on this plane knowing how to heal ourselves. No one really has to tell you how to do that when you're little, and that's a good thing. The body has a natural intuition for healing. There's a cut, there's a boo-boo when we're little. You stick a bandage on it and you give it a kiss, and that's generally all it needs to be and start the healing process. As we mature and as we move into our adulthood, there's the potential to harness the gift of healing, to begin to manage and direct energy towards a specific outcome. We're all natural healers. We do it all the time without any help. But this is an intention or an opportunity to direct your awareness towards a specific outcome. We're dealing with the premise that disease is an imbalance in your body. And if we start from there, then you have the opportunity to affect what's happening. So whatever stories that you have around what's going on in your body, we want to put those down because your body's listening. And we want to begin to create what we call body dialoguing, the opportunity to communicate with yourself on some level, to speak to your body as if all your cells have consciousness, because they do. When you bring your awareness to a specific part of the body with the intention of shifting something, healing something, let's say your intention is to relieve your swelling. So if you brought your awareness to a specific place where there's an injury, you can invite your body to send more white blood cells and or to reduce the swelling in that area, to send healing energy in some form or fashion to mend or knit or to shift what's occurring there. Now, the more skillful we become at that, the more opportunities you're going to have to practice, not only potentially with your own body, potentially with your other family members and even the pets in your household. They can use a little bit of loving from time to time. It's important in any form of energy work that we do that we remain grounded. We always start with that as our basic premise. Ground, and then give attention to what needs attention. When we're grounded, we're in our body, and we're subject to and open to the wisdom that's always and intimately available. And we want to take full advantage of that. When the upper energy centers in the body, which we refer to as our chakras, when they begin to open up, your natural gifts as a healer begin to expand. The primary energy center that's responsible for healing in the body is the heart chakra, what we call the anahata. Now the heart of the situation, the center of us, is responsible for the energy that potentially flows right on down through these instruments of healing that we call our hands. In most mystic traditions, there's an invitation for placing your hands on others to facilitate healing. That we do that automatically and unconsciously. We comfort others with the touch of a hand. They throw our arm around someone's back. We pat them. We stroke them. We support them because something is happening there. Most people are aware of the energy field, or what you might call the auric field, out to the length of their arms. So this gives you a sense of generally where you begin to experience people coming into your energetic field. As natural healers, we will bring our hands to another to bring comfort, to bring support, to bring some communication of attention or compassion, sympathy. We use it all the time to throw our hand and or our arm around another person, to pat them on the back, to stroke their palms, to hold their hands. So these are just natural expressions that rise from someplace inside in an attempt to comfort another. And those are all attempts to bring energy through our hands as that instrument of healing. You can always throw your arms around yourself and give yourself a much-needed hug, but that's not necessarily the same thing, although it's a surrogate of sorts. A little later, we're going to have an opportunity to practice doing some energy work. Now, the energy that's available and moving all the time in the body, it's a more natural expression of who you are than this physical shell that we wear so loosely. So as we learn to send and or manipulate energy for the sense of clearing any imbalance and or correcting any place that seems to be lacking or energy is not currently flowing, we'll start to learn how to and how we constantly are interacting with other people's energy anyway. You probably experience that now when you walk into the room and you feel another person in the room drawn to and or repelled by that energy. So when you're sitting close, the 6-foot limit that we're currently practicing with is about the limit of most people's consciousness of energy. As we become more skillful and sensitive to working with it, we can feel it from very far away, and distance becomes a non-issue. There are lots of healings that are either remote and or considered long distance. But what we want to focus on today is primarily self-healing. How do you direct your life force towards the maintenance of and the expansion of, or the healing of the body? If there is a physical manifestation of an imbalance in your life that's showing up as an illness or disease, that is not about blame and or judgment, that you shouldn't have that disease and you shouldn't have that illness. It's not one more thing that we want to use to beat ourselves up with. Very often, it's an attempt, unless there's been a trauma, for the body to communicate something. There's a stress that needs to be dealt with. There's an underlying source or issue that's maybe playing itself out from the unconscious. By the very definition of the word, the things that are in our unconscious are very often a bit of a mystery to us. The most powerful tool that you can use for healing that, clearing that, releasing the things that are in the unconscious is breathwork. Often the heavier, denser expressions in the body, vibrationally, are what we call illness. So we need to change our vibration by limiting what we expose ourselves to and or raising our vibration. And the primary tool that we employ for raising our vibration is our breath. So a full diaphragmatic breath, breathing all the way down in your belly, and then utilizing that breath all the way up into your chest is the best way to keep yourself healthy. Now there's lots of other things that you can bring that are loving expressions of self-care and self-maintenance. When people first start to experience energy flowing in their body, when they can feel that subtle tingling, like little pins and needles, little electric shocks, something moving as you flow between hands, it can be an exciting revelation of the ability to manipulate and work with the energy that's always there, and it's always there. So there are certain movements that allow us to heighten our sensitivity to that, and or to introduce into your system enough higher vibration that it becomes immediately obvious. So at the conclusion of that, you will have mastered the ability to move life force, to move energy, and direct it towards a specific outcome. Once you begin to work with that energy that flows always and consistently, then you can begin to also introduce other ways to help the body to heal. You can use the visualization practices that you may have seen in one of our other videos. You can use languages that we have used in one of our other videos for the power of your thought. You can use the guided visualizations. You can introduce and or use the power of color. We'll explore potentially the chakras. The meditation is a wonderful tool for self-healing. So there's lots of ways and lots of opportunities to participate in awakening your healer, and to be more fully active in the quality of the life that you live and the energy that shows up in your life as you. Remember to heal and to feel and to be proud. A hero is courage, and the hero is you.